Hi, everyone. Good evening. So starting off with my story, right? I'm a young entrepreneur. I started up, I think, when I was age 19, when I graduated from my, from my computer science graduation. In this is not neither no IITs or IIMs for that matter, right? You can consider it as a dropout uh, activity only. But yes, I was a kind of solo traveler from the age of 15, and I had a lot of entrepreneurial spirit around from very early age, right? And that's where I jumped into my first startup when I was in age 20, just right after the college. And we were building in modular architecture prototypes around maybe like capsule hotels. That's a concept of Japan, and try to deploy it on railway stations or fully modular pieces and stuff around it. Um, but those products were 80 to 100% modular. But we realized that the market timing for them might not be good at this point of time in India. And that's where I learned about market fit products and how does timing matters into a business. And you can call it the first learning or the first failure. And I was 21, 20, and 22. And, we had to take a break. And that's where we were in 2016, when co-working spaces globally has touched in, post $1 billion mark. uh, in the Western markets, it was rising in like anything. In the Indian and APAC markets, it was still nascent. We had around 300, 400 co-working spaces in 2016, and we could envision that this is going to be a hotter market in the coming 3, 4 years, where the supply and demand for co-working spaces would rise up drastically in India and the attached Eastern markets. And that's where I envisioned to build up this aggregation model, that could be an asset light model through which, when the supply demand would be at the peak, we would have already built up the technology to cater to its needs, right? And it has happened with every industry, be it the food tech industry or cab industry or hotel aggregation industry. The demand and supply both rising up, giving in the demand to aggregation, and that's what the early stage point was. And it's been 5 years into the business for Stylework, and that has been an incredible journey since the beginning. A lot of perseverance, a lot of grit into the entire young years, like couple of years when co-working spaces were fairly new in India. But yes, as the concept built its demand, and with corporates, and it's just not startups or freelancers, with corporates, big companies, MNCs, blue chip companies, uh, we would tend to build in more and more better products around the aggregation system. And then COVID happened, which gave a kind of boom to this entire industry into a altogether different fashion, where hybrid working, hub and spoke, agile working, flexible working, everything, all of these concepts came up in an exponential rising fashion. And that's where we pivoted our model, and we came onto a B2B marketplace SaaS platform, how we can solve one for these companies, and solve out these detailed flexible memberships for their spreaded workforce. So yeah, that's been my story, and that's been the story of Stylework in a brief.
Gripinvest.in to learn more new.